That night wasn't an ordinary night, but I didn't know that at first. I woke up suddenly in the middle of the night. I was breathless, as if I had just run 4 miles. My heart was pounding as if it would burst through my chest. The room was dark, not just an ordinary darkness. It was as if the darkness had intensified. It was pressing down on me. I sat on my bed for a while, trying to regulate my breathing. My throat was dry. I thought washing my face would help me feel better. I went to the sink. When I turned on the light, I looked at my reflection in the mirror. My face was pale. My eyes seemed to have seen something, but I couldn't remember. I splashed cold water on my face. I felt a little better. Then I switched off the light and started walking towards my room. Just then, I heard a crackling sound. I froze. The house wasn't old. There was no wind. The windows were closed, but that sound, it was definitely coming from inside the house. I stayed where I was, in the middle of the dark corridor. I could hear my heart beating. There was so much silence that even my own breath felt overwhelming. I waited for a while, and then the sound came again. From the same place. This time, clearer. It felt as if someone had stepped on the ground. The wood groaned softly. I cleared my throat. My voice trembled. Who's there? The sound stopped completely. At that moment, I understood that if there was anything, it was now aware of me. I started walking slowly towards the direction the sound came from. My steps were heavy. My feet felt like they were glued to the ground. I entered the room. Dark. I couldn't make anything out. And then, a movement next to the door. A silhouette. Someone was coming towards me. Not running slow. Heavy. Determined steps. My breath caught. I really couldn't breathe. I wanted to scream, but no sound came out. My throat tightened. I can't describe the fear I felt at that moment. It was as if my body didn't belong to me. I was frozen. I was just staring at that dark shape approaching. It took another step, another step. I reached out my hand and lunged towards the light with difficulty, and I turned on the light. The room was empty. There was no one there. The door was closed. The window was closed. My heart was still pounding, but at the same time I was angry at myself. I was hallucinating, I said. I just woke up. My brain is playing tricks on me, but something inside me didn't feel relieved. Still, I started walking towards my bed. I was just a few steps away from the bed when I felt a sharp pain on the left side of my chest. It felt like someone had lightly scratched it with a thin knife. I put my hand there, and the world went dark. I fainted when I opened my eyes. It was morning. I was in bed. The clothes I was wearing were still on me. My head was throbbing. I remembered what had happened during the night. For a moment, I thought it was all a dream, until I looked at my dress. On the chest, on the left side, there was a thin cut and a dried bloodstain. I froze. I immediately ran to the bathroom. myself in the mirror. I checked my chest. There was no wound, not even a single scratch. No mark, no scab, no pain, but the cut on the dress was real. The blood was real. I kept that dress. It's still there. No one could explain it. I told my family. They said, "You must have dreamt it." I thought about going to the doctor. But what would I say? I don't have a wound on my body, but there's blood on my clothes. Sometimes I don't even believe that night was real. But I lock that door every night. Before I go to bed, I look in every corner of the room. When I turn off the light, I still have that feeling inside me. It's like something is watching me in the dark. And what I fear most is this. If I hadn't turned on the light that night, what would have really happened? Maybe some things should stay in the dark.